Hey guys, what you're about to see is a breakdown of me grappling with my student while I'm trying to perform the long step, and only the long step. If you stay after the match that I'm breaking down, you'll get to see me teach the technique with the details that I'm going to try my best to perform. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, got another one. I'm going against big bodybuilding Mike. Mike is really strong. This is a short row. It's only about 4 minutes because we kind of started after the timer. My goal here is not to really focus on submissions. My goal here is to really just focus on the long step. So Mike enters the knee cut. I'm trying to off balance him. I use my knee shield. I try to wrap an underhook. I'm also grabbing his sleeve with my weak hand. I go right into X guard / deep half. I transition to waiter sweep. From waiter sweep, I go all the way into X guard, sweep him with X guard, and now I can start my transitions into the technique I've been wanting to do, which is the long step. Control the bottom collar. I try to long step. I get it. I start moving. It's a little slow long step. I'm blocking his leg, and I'm able to pass to the side with my cross grip, check his hip, and get side control. Like I said, I don't really want to do much here. I want to go back and focus on the long step. So I go knee on belly. He moves around a little bit. When I start rolling, I usually enter a subconscious state, so I forget what my goal is sometimes, and I start rolling. So I think at some point I realize, wait a minute, I'm trying to use the long step in this roll. So I underhook the leg. I start isolating the arm. I go for an arm bar because it's there. Mike, again, is very strong. We call him Big Mike. Has a very solid frame like a bodybuilder. So we call him Bodybuilding Mike sometimes. So I'm going for the arm because it was there. Initially, I didn't want the arm bar because I honestly didn't want to work submissions in this roll. I really wanted to focus on long step. So he comes out. We almost bump into the other group of students. He almost kicks them. So I use it to just recompose. I release the arm bar. I come back on top, north-south. And I start to transition to the back. So from here, I'm back to knee on belly, and I come back into his guard to refocus on the goal of the day. So collar grip, top side of the shin. I'm going to come bring him to headquarters. I'm going to drop my shoulder and my head. And I do a modified long step. And it's more of a baby long step to like a side pass. Recompose again. Try to take him into knee cut and headquarters. I go for the long step. He does a good job blocking, framing at my shoulder. I get the grip. I long step again. Reposition to side control. Go to knee on belly. I use both knees to control and side control. He moves around a little bit. I'm able to control his shoulder. He recomposes great. So I go back to the technique of the day. Collar grip, shin grip, and finally execute the long step that I've been wanting, which is kind of textbook to what I taught that day. So I'm able to pass his guard and go back into side control. So I'm really trying to demonstrate the technique of the day. Go to knee on belly, control his shoulder. See how I grab his shoulder to lift him upside. Go back to cross face. He does a good reversal. I don't let him finish the reversal. I pop back up. I go back. I do long step again. Able to control the shin with the cross face. This time I didn't pull his legs towards me. I isolate the shoulder. See how I isolate the shoulder? I go over to north-south. He tries to recompose. I block his shins. I go knee on belly. And I start feeding the collar grip. Go to mount. Start trapping his shoulders with that collar grip on the lapel that I fed behind his head. Working high mount. Go to triangle. He blocks a triangle. I'm able to start to utilizing a canto choke. And as I start getting the canto choke, he escapes and we fall into a scramble. and time runs out. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go this way. Yeah, on your back, please. All right, guys, so this technique is gonna be from the entry of headquarters. So we grip around the shins and we get into a strong position for knee cut, and my opponent decides to knee shield here. So make sure you have a grip on the bottom collar and a grip on the top leg like this. So if I were to go to the other side so y'all can see, it would be like this. Nice wide base, okay? I'm not leaning forward, I'm kind of sitting back on my hip and on my heel, and I'm trying to push into my opponent this way. Of course, he's gonna knee shield very strongly. I'm gonna grab at the top of the knee, and this is very problematic when you're trying to pass, all right? So several options here. I can continue to move, like especially if my opponent has a very tight, like reverse de la Riva here, I can use my knee to help move his leg close this way and bump. Give me a stronger reverse de la Riva. It's okay, like connect it. Because if they don't, go back, if they don't have that strong de la Riva, you guys are gonna be able to pass pretty easily there. So they hook behind the hamstring here. So that way they have really good control of your hip. Yeah, this is very common. So when I walk back, I'm gonna use my knee to help walk his body all the way here. And then I can go from this position into a long step. I reach down with a cross face. I hover over the middle, take my leg out, I don't fall on my hip, and I walk all the way, okay? On the other side, grab, he's giving me a hard time. He's got a bottom reverse de la Riva. So I walk and I use my knee to help bring him back. I lunge forward and pull, right? I pull the leg and I walk to pass, okay? Another way you can do this is if I'm here. Right before my grips were this way, now my grips are this way. So this is like a continuation of the series we've been working, right? I grab, and now I don't need my knee. I pinch, and now I have to switch grips. Grab the knee, lunge forward, back step, push down, or walk all the way to north-south or knee on belly. Make sure that my intention from here, guys, is like as I'm controlling the shins, I'm trying to pass. He gets me into reverse de la Riva. So I want to make sure that I don't lean the way I'm leaning right now, because now all he has to do is off balance me over. So as soon as he puts me in this position, I start leaning and sitting on my heel here, okay? Now if he tries to off balance me, it's a little bit harder. I have like more control. I like this grip too, obviously like before, but you can also pass with this grip, okay? From here I'll grab, walk, and then immediately hit my back step, okay? Any questions so far?
So can you do that back step if he still has the hook, or you have to clear that hook?
You have to clear the hook.
That's what you're doing by going back.
Right, right. You have to clear the hook. Because if I don't clear this hook and I try to do that, he can use it to kind of elevate, and I'm stuck. So it's very important before I clear, whether I grab this grip, if there it's not clear. I mean, there it is clear. So if he tries to hook, it's not the same. Versus hooking here, he has really good control. Here he doesn't. So now, when I come over, like even if my leg's not out, it's a lot easier to get this way. And I'm pulling, so I'm right here, pushing this way. And you can just drill it too. Right, just get into a good rhythm. Come in, come back. Just from that position. Any other questions?